Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Ooh, welcome back.
Gather round. We are back.
Everybody gather round, little children.
Seriously.
The sound of music once again.
It's been how long?
Well, we haven't been behind the mics for like 2 weeks, but we still distributed episodes before because we were both on vacation.
Oh, so we're good.
Oh, yeah, no, we're totally good. Which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. So I went on a vacation that was supposed to be so completely opposite of what it ended up being. I went down to Deepak Chopra's wellness center down in Carlsbad, California.
Okay.
And I was supposed to be there for the 10 days, remember?
Yep.
And on the quote-unquote retreat. And I don't like retreats. And that is confirmed now. But when I got there, I was really apprehensive. I cried the entire way down from Burbank to fucking Carlsbad in my truck because I did not want to go. And I don't know what the problem was. I'm like, you get to go somewhere for 10 days and just like gel out. That was what I thought I was going to be doing. Like I was going to get like some nice nutritious food. I was going to get some massages. I was going to sit by the pool. I was planning on doing some stuff for the podcast, working on some stuff for my business, as well as reading some books, I show up on Sunday night, the Sunday before I got there, and the schedule like slides under your door, and you have to like be there ready to go at 6:30 in the morning on Monday. And I'm like, wait, I don't sleep, and now I have a schedule, and I have to wake up every morning at 6:30. Oh, no, it ended up that I ended up having to wake up at 5 every morning if I was going to do this whole program, which was a 13-hour-a-day deal. I got completely bamboozled, John.
Wow.
So I ended up taking off, and I came back home after 4 days.
Yeah, you told me, like, I'm headed out, and I'm like, I knew you were having issues, but I didn't know, like, they were, like, issues of, like, I'm out this bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was pretty, it was just more, I guess, more challenging than I thought I wanted to be faced with on a vacation.
Yeah.
Now that I know what it's all about, I think I'll go, because they gave me a voucher for the rest of the time, so I still have 6 days that are paid for. So I could go down there and do like a 3-day stint and another 3-day stint with like a girlfriend or whatever, and just not do the full program or whatever.
And just stay right there and be like, yo, we're just going to chill here.
We're just going to chill.
Don't mind us. We're just here sipping on some mocktails, you know.
Yeah.
Not even cocktails.
Oh, my
mocktails.
God. I know. There was no drinking, no caffeine.
Wow.
Every meal was like porridge and basmati.
Torture.
Oh my God, I thought I was
Torture.
going to die. And this is somebody that has a minor eating disorder. So it's hard enough for me to eat food that I like, much less mushy food at 7 o'clock in the morning, which I don't eat in the morning at all. So, oh my God.
This is coming from a retreat connoisseur over here. I love retreats, but when you say porridge and what was it? Porridge and
basmati rice.
And basmati rice, whatever the hell that is.
And
what's basmati rice?
And the ghee.
And ghee? What's ghee?
Ghee is like a clarified butter. And
clarified butter.
Yeah, and
isn't butter already clarifying?
No,
like it's nice and fat and amazing.
There's all kinds of different kinds of butter, and I don't give a shit about that right now.
Ghee.
So I came back, and
so welcome back.
Thank you. And
welcome back, everybody.
Woo!
Welcome, yeah.
Round of applause. Thank you.
Yeah, she's back from her 4-day stint of a retreat.
But I did continue to take the rest of the time off. I just decided to choose to do things a little different.
Yeah, you know, I came in this morning and I was like, I'm going to have my food. Let's get right to it because I've been impatient. Mm-hmm. Like, impatient. Just hearing like, hey, I want to talk to you about something and it's really important and it's kind of life-changing on my end. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
No.
And you didn't want to talk to me about it, like, at all. So
I told you some stuff.
You told me, well, I still consider it nothing at all because you gave me like, okay, like picture a cake. Everybody got a cake. You gave me the 2 people on top of the wedding cake.
Oh, and said lick the bottom.
Yes. And you said just get your index finger and just swipe left.
Just feather it.
Yeah, just feather it and just taste it.
Oh, Jesus.
Here it is. And just
Feather
let it
and
go
touch.
down. Yes,
Taste.
and just let it go down your throat. And that's what I'm teasing you with. That's what I felt, honestly.
Oh, my God. Well, speaking of teasing, all of you guys that have been listening for all of our episodes thus far, we created jingles for the show, and the one that you hear on our long episodes is our short version, actually, and then we have our cigarette version, of course. But we actually recorded a jingle that is a little bit longer, and it's our like doozy of a jingle. And
it was like a full production. We spent like a week on this thing.
It's absolutely bullshit.
Yeah.
John and I did this thing in like 20 minutes. So give us a round of applause for our jingle.
Here it is.
This is your Almost There podcast.
With your host, Lyndsay Soprano.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, kill it, Lyndsay. Oh, yeah.
And this handsome fella over here.
Whoa there.
This is Mr. John Ramirez, baby.
Oh, yeah.
And this is your Almost There podcast.
Never naked. We kept going with this bed. We're like, just in case we need a long bed.
Right.
I was like, I'm just going to throw it in there. This is coming from a radio guy.
Yeah, this guy just kept on going. Like, dude, we need to cut it off. Like, I don't know about you, but that makes me feel like a saint and a sinner. We know which one I am, people.
Hi, everybody. John Ramirez.
Yeah. John.
Volunteer future saint, God's willing.
Oh, my God. Future saint. That's Saint John. Wart. St. John's Wart. So anyways,
we spent 2 hours on that, I think. About 2 hours.
On what?
On that jingle.
Oh.
On the beginning. And then we were like, yeah, it's way too long. And then obviously my wife was like, yeah, what are you guys doing? It's way too long. And everybody on your side was like, why is that so long? Like, we worked so hard on this.
Yeah, I know.
I was very upset because I was like, this is actually really good.
Yeah, it's just the end where it gets like, it's just too musical.
Yeah, way too musical.
But nonetheless.
All right, we're back.
Yeah. We're back, folks.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome, everybody.
Oh, my God. This is your Almost Bare podcast where we talk about real life stories on sex, love, health, and all the dirty secrets in between. And today, my friends, is a doozy.
I don't know what to expect.
That is a motherfucking doozy.
I've said that many times on this podcast of like, hey, I don't know what to expect. But just so you guys know, I haven't prepared at all for this podcast.
Yeah, so
because Lyndsay, I don't have to. I feel like I don't have to.
Oh my God.
This is great. I get to sit back. Let me get on.
Get your Pringles.
Let me get my Pringles going. They're already...
This guy's been snacking the whole fucking morning.
Pizza Pringles. This show is brought to you by Pizza Pringles.
Thank you. Yes, that is our newest sponsor. Thank you,
Hashtag fake sponsor. Pringles, don't come after us.
Okay, we need to get down to the nitty gritty here. I've got a lot to say. So I get home early from this vacation of mine, right? And I get back home, I get my dogs, I get in my house, and I unload my car. I'm barely walking. I'm so tired, and my pain level was, because the reason I went down there was to help with my chronic pain, right? So my pain level was, I don't know, it was okay. And I got an email from a client of mine, actually, who also deals with chronic pain. And he told me that there's a thing that you can do for chronic pain, because he works with, his chronic pain is different than mine, but it's essentially it's basically psychedelics for chronic pain. And they call it microdosing. Typically, it's done with mushrooms, right? Mushrooms and psychedelics, what have you. So I read it, and I was like, that's really interesting, microdosing. And he had told me that he started microdosing, and the first couple times he tried it, he was like, one time he was on the phone with me in the middle of a conference call. He goes, Lyndsay, I gotta go because the carpet in my office, it looks like it's growing right now. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, that's bigger dose than micro. So I
it's like macro right there.
Yeah, totally. So
like
I get this idea in my head that I've done ecstasy, and I've done, Molly before, and I've done mushrooms and all that shit. So I got this idea in my head that I wonder if I should start microdosing and check out the psychedelic thing. So I have a buddy of mine who can get me Molly, and so I thought, well, you know, when in Rome, if I get Molly and somebody wants to do it with me, then I'll just keep it for a rainy day. I had no intention of using it whatsoever, especially on my vacay.
So this is the part that I know, everybody. So we're all watching, listening together. I don't know what Molly is back then. Now I do. I had to find out what Molly was.
Yeah.
It wasn't a person. Molly is not a person.
No, it now is a nickname for a person, though.
It is.
And
Agreed.
we will get to that extreme euphoria in just a moment.
Yes, I know that part, but I don't know anything else. Oh, boy.
Oh, my God. So nonetheless, essentially, psychedelics are supposed to help you reach enlightenment, right? And you're supposed to, like, have these, like, it can help with psychotherapy. They used it with people with PTSD. Like, so I mean, I read it enough about it. So anyway, so there's this guy who I always end up running into at my pavilions, which is right up here in Burbank. And he and I just always kind of like, hi, we run into the same like aisles, and we are always there at the same time when I'm at the supermarket. And he's cute. I never was really like, whoa, but he had kind of like this, I don't know, like annoying personality without being annoying. I don't know. It's like kind of like not pompous, but like, what's another word for like
egotistical?
Kind of like an ego. I don't know. Anyway, so
dirtbag.
Not a dirtbag, okay. But just kind of like, I don't know.
Like his confidence was
cocky, just kind of cocky.
That's the word.
Yeah,
cocky.
yeah, kind of cocky or whatever. All right. I didn't really think anything of it. I just was passing by, whatever. So I'm like, see ya, hi. Don't know this guy's name. No fucking idea. So we're the two of us, you know, bye, done. We're in the like little pet food area. And so I go to the checkout, and I don't know where the hell he was. And then I start walking my car, and I get to my car, and then like a minute later, he follows up behind me, and he's parked next to me. And I'm like, hi again. And then we got flirting, and we exchanged numbers and so on and so forth. And it ends up like, what just happened here? So then I get this text message like, hey, what are you up to? And this is like, I don't know, like 2:00 in the afternoon or something like that. On like a Thursday. This is a Saturday night. So
this wasn't like on a Friday, Saturday. Oh, wow.
Well, because I was on vacation. I didn't give a shit.
Well, Thursday's a new Friday in a lot of people's lives.
Yeah, in some people's lives.
My life is for sure. I mean, every day from after Wednesday, everything is Friday, it feels like. Oh my You know what I'm saying? You know?
Oh, holy shit.
I love my job. I want to keep it. I'm just saying. But I'm just saying right after Wednesday, man, I tell you. Oof. Sorry.
You're not the only one. As you were. Thank you, darling. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Can I get another spot of tea when you get a moment?
Please continue your story. I'm getting impatient over here.
Thank you. So anyway, so exchange numbers, text me what we're doing, blah, 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 blah. So I invited him over.
Oh.
I know.
Whoa.
So he comes over.
So you just invited him over just like that?
Just like that.
Just like you just hung out, just seeing him?
Dude, A, I'm single.
All right.
B,
okay. All right.
It's the same thing as if I was going to go find somebody on Tinder.
I was about to say, you swipe right so quick on this dude.
I did not swipe right quick on this dude. I have been seeing him in the supermarket for a couple months. Okay. Right? So there's been, like...
So you scanned his profile a couple times.
Yes. I scanned the profile because I'm a professional fucking psycho. Yes, I'm a professional psycho.
God, okay. Welcome, everybody. Lyndsay, the professional psycho.
Thank you.
Identifier.
In a store after you, near you. Look out for her in the pet department.
All right, continue. If we can go on forever.
Oh, I know we can. Okay, so he comes over. We have a little cocktail or two or something in the backyard. And then one thing leads to another when we come inside the house. I have a disconnect between what time we got into the house and what time the two of us who have never, I mean, we've met each other, but we've never really like sat down and had conversations with each other or anything. I don't even know the guy's name until like 20 minutes prior, right? And I'm not telling you his name.
Play George.
It's George is the jungle.
Wow.
George is the jungle in like 2 hours. So we'll call him Molly. All right. So Molly and I.
Oh.
Okay. So I don't know when this. I know it's so bad, Lyndsay.
Wait,
so
does this
bad.
connect with actual?
Oh, yeah. So in the back of my head, I am in so much pain right now. This guy knows nothing about my pain because I cover it up really well, right? You don't know that right now I'm at a P7 right now on this podcast because from my hips down, I feel like somebody's electrocuting me and setting me on fire. But I'm still here and I'm laughing about this dude that I ended up dropping Molly with last week.
Wow. So that's why his name is Molly.
Yeah. So
follow along, people. We're following the bouncing ball. There it is.
And then like 2 hours later,
oh no,
it was like, whoa, holy crap. For starters,
did you guys do it? Oh my gosh.
Okay, so